I of course got Willie the weird-ass wood spirit with me. I just wanted to talk today about vibrato, and the reason I was just thinking of kind of essential blues techniques. And we start off, we learn about a pentatonic, and we learn we're playing around in there, and eventually we learn to bend some stuff. We're getting there. Now, what we need to make it sing, we need the vibrato. And I know for me, the guys that really resonated when I was kind of learning to play and everything, and I'm obviously still learning to play as everyone is, but when I was developing my own vibrato, it was B.B. King, it was Clapton, SRV, and those guys all have a very lively, singing, very quick vibrato. And so this is the technique I developed. What I do is I use this section of my hand as the fulcrum point here on the neck. Then I'm going to fret my note. In this case, I am on the 12th fret. I am on the G string. And then I'm going to, now usually when we fret, we want to come straight in. And we can get a hand, see that's not a technique I do, but we can get a finger, a quick little finger harmonic, but what we want to do is press down a little flatter, get our hand a little flatter against the whole fretboard. We're going to utilize that fulcrum point and create leverage. And then we're going to open up our grip a little bit, and we're going to shake the hand, and we're going to be moving it around a center point here. So I'm flicking my middle finger back and forth, kind of like that. Almost imagine like doing that sign, but you're doing it with this finger, and so you're rotating here. And what we get is a nice singing quality, but we're still in command of our string there. And that's how we get that singing quality. Hey, thanks Fly with Flame. I appreciate it, man. We're moving on. But no, I was just talking about vibrato and how the vibratos that when I was first starting were like B.B. King, Eric Clapton, SRV. All those guys, it's very lively, very living, very breathing vibrato that, so you're getting this, and to me that does mimic how the human voice, how it warbles a lot more than other, we don't really do that, and if we have that lively singing vibrato, all the notes, if we get that going, that's how we make it sing. Best tune I've ever played. Wow. I don't know. That's almost, I do really enjoy, I remember when I first got Bulls on Parade down I got no pick with that song. I was very, very excited, and doing the scratch solo was a real treat. And I will say doing the scratch solo live on Bulls on Parade is enormously fun. The crowd usually goes up, you get house. It's a really good time. So, yeah. Oh. Hello, WellPNEP. Welpnep. Yeah, so I'm going to go back through one more time. Like I say, I was talking about just how to get that vibrato. We want to find this spot right here on our neck with our hand. We want to come in, and we're going to, instead of fretting in a nice, perfect way of coming down onto. We're going to instead flatten our finger out a little bit so we can get a little bit more leverage. And that's how we get that sound. And there are other ways to do a vibrato. A lot of people will shake it up and down. What I always found is I just can't quite get back to my spot in time. Like let's say I want to end back on it. And so if I'm doing that, that's why I like to have, I get a quick tight, get that singing note, and then I'm back to where I want to be. In this case, we're in first position, so. And like I say, if we can get that to sing. Again, I'm not fretting the way I usually do, which would be with the tips of my fingers, how you're supposed to. Yeah. What I'm doing is as I'm coming into that, I know I'm going to be giving it the vibrato, so I'm flattening. See? I'm getting this finger pretty flat so that I have all this to grip with. And then once I have that grip, I can come off with the rest of my fingers. And that way when I start to swing it, and I'm not saying you'll never have that happen, but as I start to swing it, I'm pulling him back in just. And that way we can get it to just keep going. Because we've got that pressure. You can get that single note bend like Clapton would do. He would do that, but then like I like to just hold it. Once you get it to the top, if you have that kind of grip, then you can start to shake it. That's all for now, but I definitely appreciate all the support. Willie, the weird-ass wood spirit, says goodbye as well. Thanks, guys. Peace.